The biggest advice I have for you is going to be how you shoot your layups, period. Like, we're going to fix that. That's fixable for you. Like, the fact that you be snatching that ball from them girls, I'll be cracking up like, oh, she got another one. Like, I love the fact that you are, like, putting so much pressure on them defensively and just the idea that you want to get better. It could be just like, okay, come in here. Maybe she's serious, maybe she's not. But for me to hear from you and see that you're like, yes, I want you to work with me. Like, I want you to help me. I want to get better. That's what it's about.
Lisa Leslie just walked onto Angel Reese's podcast and basically told her she can't make layups. And not in a mean way, but in that I'm a legend and I'm trying to help you way that's somehow even more brutal. Meanwhile, she's defending Caitlin Clark like she's her long-lost basketball daughter. This whole WNBA drama just got a plot twist nobody saw coming, and honestly, it might be the best thing to happen to women's basketball since they invented sports bras.
We cannot deny what Caitlin Clark has done for the women's game. I'm not going to act like it's something that we don't see. She's had a huge effect. Call it the Caitlin Clark effect. I think we have to understand that when one player eats, we all eat. And as we all get more opportunities, it just opens it up for everyone else. And I think Caitlin has said that even herself in certain interviews. We have more eyeballs on the game, and Caitlin Clark brings that. Why would we feel some kind of way because she has more television games?
Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great. Thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Remember when your mom would defend your sibling to strangers, but then come home and tell them they need to clean their room? That's basically what Lisa Leslie just did to women's basketball. In a world where everyone seems determined to pit Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese against each other like they're running for basketball president, Lisa Leslie has entered the chat with some actual wisdom. Lisa Leslie, WNBA legend and Hall of Famer, decided it was time for the adults to step into the room.
Again, I didn't know you well, just talking to you and just giving you like some love, but then hearing you like, yes, I want to learn, I want to work hard, I want to be better. Like, that is just like my heart melted, because I'm like, wow, you know. And I think that's probably the biggest. I think your shot from the outside is improving. I love that your ball handling is good, your defense is improved. The fact that you already had that attitude, you're going to get better, and I can help you get better. I'm positive. I'm serious.
With all this drama floating around the league like confetti after a championship game, Leslie emerged as the voice of reason nobody asked for, but everybody needed. While sports commentators were busy creating clickbait headlines about the Clark-Reese rivalry, Leslie was looking at the bigger picture. You know, like someone who's actually won championships and understands how sports business actually works. The Clark-Reese saga has become the gift that keeps on giving for sports media. It's like a reality show where nobody gets voted off the island. They just keep throwing shade at each other while Nike counts the money rolling in. But Leslie decided to play this one differently. While everyone else in basketball was picking sides like it's dodgeball in middle school, she managed to defend Clark without trashing Reese, which in 2024 feels about as rare as finding a unicorn playing point guard.
And I love that. I love that she's not the player who's like, it's all about her. It's not. She's giving love and homage to those of us that have come before her. She shares the wealth with her teammates, and she doesn't have to do that. It is what it is. And I think that we are all benefiting from the effects that she's had on the game. And I just appreciate the way she shows up. Listen, she's a competitor. She's a trash talker. She makes players around her better. I just don't, again, I don't know what the big deal is about the fact that Caitlin is getting a lot of love. She deserves that, and she's helped change this game just as a lot of other players have.
When Leslie stepped up to defend Caitlin Clark, she wasn't just being nice. She was dropping financial wisdom that would make Warren Buffett nod in approval. She literally said, when one player eats, we all eat, which is basically the ballers version of economic theory. Leslie wasn't dancing around the topic either. She straight up acknowledged that Clark's popularity translates to more money, more coverage, coverage, more seats filled. The holy trinity of professional sports success. But here's where Leslie's defense gets interesting. Rather than just praising Clark's three-point skills or her ability to make no-look passes that would make Magic Johnson jealous, Leslie focused on something far more important in the long run: Clark's character and respect for the game's history. According to Leslie, Clark is giving love and homage to those of us that have come before her. That's a huge compliment coming from a legend who's seen generations of players come and go like fashion trends. Let's face it, in the age of TikTok and Instagram, humility isn't exactly trending. Leslie pointed out that some players act like they invented basketball, probably showing up to practice wearing a name tag that says, "Hello, I'm the basketball messiah."
She's exciting to watch, and quite frankly, I've missed seeing her. Being at Unrivaled, I wish that she was there. Like, I've missed seeing her play, so I really look forward to seeing her back out there. And listen, are we going to get upset about 5, 6, 10 games less on television or not? I don't think we should. We have access to find these games now in a way that we never had before. But as I do all of the WNBA players, like, we are really watching a very exciting level of basketball. I miss seeing Asia Wilson out there.
Meanwhile, Clark's over there actually acknowledging that women's basketball existed before she picked up a ball, which is apparently revolutionary behavior in 2024. The genius of Leslie's take is how she reframed the entire Clark conversation. Instead of feeding into the narrative that Clark is stealing attention from other players, Leslie basically said, "Hey dummies, her spotlight is big enough for all of us to tan in." She laid out a simple economics lesson. More fans watching Clark means more eyeballs on everyone, which means more sponsorship dollars, bigger TV deals, and eventually fatter contracts for everyone. It's Basketball Economics 101, taught by Professor Leslie. Meanwhile, some WNBA veterans are acting like Clark stole their parking spot rather than understanding she's actually building them a whole new garage. They're complaining about the attention Clark gets while seemingly missing the fact that people are actually watching women's basketball now, which last time I checked was kind of the point of professional sports. How did Lisa Leslie defend Caitlin Clark when everyone else was piling on? By pointing out that Clark's popularity benefits everyone in the league, bringing in more fans, TV time, and money. The basketball equivalent of saying she's not just pretty, she's also rich and wants to share. Leslie basically turned Clark from a threat into an opportunity, which is the kind of rebranding that PR firms charge millions for. The whole thing feels like Leslie walking into a room of squabbling children and saying, "That's enough, I've got championships older than your careers." She delivered a masterclass in how to support newcomers while also honoring the legacy of the game, all without a single subtweet or passive-aggressive Instagram story. Imagine that. But Leslie wasn't done after defending Clark. No, like any true hero's journey, completing one mission just led to an even more dangerous quest, telling Angel Reese to her face that she needs to work on her layups. That's like telling a bear its roar needs work. The woman has nerves of steel wrapped in championship rings. And that's what makes Lisa Leslie a basketball whisperer, folks. While everyone else is busy picking sides in the social media cage match, Leslie's over here demonstrating what grown-up leadership actually looks like. She's created a blueprint for the WNBA at this critical moment, embracing open conversations even when they're uncomfortable. The real drama isn't Clark versus Reese, it's whether today's Instagram stars will hear the wisdom being dropped by someone who dominated without TikTok tutorials. Leslie's approach isn't about protecting veterans or overhyping rookies, but fostering balanced growth that benefits everyone. That's the secret sauce of true mentorship, telling hard truths while still having someone's back. Basketball world, take notes.